What's up, everybody? You got the Burgundy breakdown on. We're here to talk about the NFL draft, which is in about 2 weeks. The Commanders are slowly moving towards it. We could debate about the trade between Breece Hall and the Commanders and the Jets. There's been some speculations around there. It's been a trending topic. What y'all think about that? Also, we're going to look at the hiring of wide receiver Wes Welker, formerly of the New England Patriots. He's coming in as a new personnel analyst for players and staff, and see how that would affect the wide receiver room and the roster overall. Also, we're just going to talk about the Washington local pro day, some new names to watch out, some big names that fans may like. Tune in shortly. We're going live. Yo, it's the Burgundy breakdown. We are back tonight, each and every Wednesday between 8:30 and 9 o'clock ish. We hop on and we give y'all the latest news, what's going on with the Commanders. We know around this time it gets slow, but we still got some topics to talk about. How y'all doing out there? Shout out my man Reedy, fresh with the OV.
Chill, man.
Grade 8, that thing icy.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah, that's
Alexander Weston.
Yeah, shout out John, Baller and Burgundy. Shout out Juan Gotti talking sports. How y'all feeling, fellas?
I'm good, man. Does that officially make Ovi the greatest DC sport athlete of all time?
For
Absolutely,
now.
he has to. I mean, he's the top of a league.
Yeah, he got a chip. He got the goals.
He got like 3 MVPs. He done won 9 Rocket Richards for the scoring title. He done run every trophy there is in the league. So you put his accolades up against anybody in the DC sports market, and he obliterates them 3 times over.
Well, I'm gonna say JD5 coming for him.
JD5 is my man. He got a long way to go.
Yeah,
long way to go.
Statistically, he do, but I don't know, man. I don't know if anything oral wise beats John Wall, man. Until JD5 take over.
Man,
John Wall.
John Wall was that guy, but nothing touches Gilbert Arenas.
Okay, look, that's what I'm saying. That's a little before my time, right?
Yeah, and trust me, John Wall was that man. And
he was a problem.
It's a good 1-2 punch, but Gil used to be down to Goodman, like in the heart of Southeast.
I hear bringing guns in the locker room.
He used to be in love and all that too.
In love, pulling up in sports cars. Living a life.
It said John Wall used to be in Rosebud. What you mean?
Oh, he definitely was in Rosebud. He was in Josephine's. I remember one time. John Wall walked past us.
Yeah,
he was in. Really all starstruck, like, wow, John Wall bumped me and actually said, "Excuse me."
Like, wow. Yeah. I think Navarro Bowman was in there. Shout out to Navarro Bowman. I knew him growing up, but he was in there. They was in there that night. I was like, damn, John Wall was like a real one for that. I wasn't even mad at him on that, and I just was like, all right, cool, that's John Wall. I wasn't
He's like, I bet.
Yeah. I was like, excuse me, my bad. I'm like, I bet.
Oh, so you apologize for him bumping into you?
No, I didn't apologize. He apologized.
Oh, okay. I thought I had to ask. I thought you was like, John Wall.
My bad, fam.
Nah.
I'm looking at him like, oh, really?
Nah.
But yeah, fellas. I mean, we ain't gonna be before y'all too long tonight. We got a couple of topics to touch on, and the trending topic of the most is Breece Hall to DC. There's been speculations about a trade, and we're gonna bring it up on the screen. Yeah. And the question is, who says no? Commanders received Breece Hall for a 2025 6th, a 2026 3rd, and Luke McCaffrey. What y'all feel about that? Starting with let's go, Juan. How you feel about that?
Yeah, man. First of all, I don't know if this has any validity to it. I made a video earlier, but I had to make that clear. I don't know if this is just speculation, rumors, or however. I don't know. Are the Jets even interested in moving them? That's for one. But let's just say for intents and purposes, they are. Take Luke McCaffrey off that list. I know a lot of people may not be high on Luke McCaffrey and all that, but he is second. He is year 2 receiver. We still got a lot to work on with him. They just brought in Wes Welker for guys like Deebo Samuel himself and other people. So I wouldn't include him in on that trade. If 6 in the third ain't enough to get Breece Hall, no. So I wouldn't mind Breece Hall. I definitely know he has the missing piece that we're looking for in terms of the run ability, run out the catch, etc. He did have a nasty knee injury. I looked at his stats earlier, and I thought he was way more effective than he was in his career. But I remember he had that crazy second year, and then he ended up getting injured. But if he didn't get hurt, he probably was on pace for, to a really, really huge year. Him and Kenneth Walker really has not hit the same. Remember, they came into the same on fire, bro. Like I was like, hold on. Yeah, like I don't know what has happened to those two guys over the last couple of seasons. But I mean, I wouldn't mind it. But with this draft class and with us hoping that we at least take a chance on a running back, because we talked about it last week, how we was like, we hope and pray that they genuinely just putting out smoke screens and are still going to take a running back. If they do take a running back, that's my route more so than Breece Hall, but he is still a young back. He still is a quality guy, and this is a perfect guy to go inside of our system since we already have a loaded running back field. Running back room. It's not who we necessarily have as far as like the guy. We don't have a Derrick Henry, Jameer Gibbs that's going to take 20 carries a game. We have a whole bunch of guys that's just going to contribute, and I think he can come right in and fit right with what we have. But if it was up to me, I'd probably say, nah, don't trade and draft somebody in one of these rounds coming up.
Yeah, no question. How you feeling about it, Reedy?
I really can't remember Breece Hall, what he's done for me lately. And I say all the time, this league is about what have you done for me lately. So I'm going to say no. I mean, I think he was a good back his rookie year, if my memory is correct. But I haven't really seen much. I think John alluded to when we were off camera that he's consistently getting injured. So it would be a hard no for me, especially when you're trying to give up a 2026 third round pick. When I feel like those middle round draft picks right there, third round picks, are gold mines. So I would say no. I'm okay with the 6th round pick. And I don't know if I'm ready to move on from Luke McCaffrey. So I would say take him out of the mix as well. I think Luke may be poised for a better season, but we'll get into that later. I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about it with with our next topic or wherever we fall on that topic. I think that's going to be something good for him. But other than that, I would say no.
Yeah. Well, John?
I'm also going to say no. At least not as of right now. Bleacher Report and FanDuel have a 3rd and a 6th round grade. Trade compensation wise on Breece Hall. So Bleacher Report, FanDuel, they all think he's going to get a 3rd and a 6th. I'm going on a limb and saying no. I don't think we should get a guy who is rookie year, 7 games, 123, all 17 games, 3rd year in the league, 16 games, 400 yards, 900 yards, 800 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. That's pretty much as good as we already have it in DC. And there's the Bleacher Report article from April 8th, from yesterday, saying we should give up a 4th round pick, number 128 overall, and Luke McCaffrey. We got round 3 pick 100 for Luke, so it's pretty much 2/4 for Breece Hall. It probably fits a little better. But no, I'm not doing that trade. And people in the live chat, Hermit, JMod6, people on Instagram, I'm agreeing with them. You go get a running back from this young stud class, and I'll pass on Breece Hall.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna agree with y'all, man. I say no. You know what I mean? Especially with you talking about giving up a 3rd next year. You know what I mean? We already to move some picks from next year in the Tunsil trade. Yeah, so we already I think we moved 2 picks from next year from the Tunsil trade.
2nd and 4th.
And then, turning around and moving Luke. You know what I mean? I'm not really You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I'm not high on Luke. I am. I do think he has potential. But you know what I mean? I do think he's movable for the right price and for the right exchange. But in this case, I don't think that it would take all that to get Breece. So I would say no to this particular trade. Yes, I do want us to have an elusive back. I want us to have a back that can break away, that can take it 90 if need. And I think Breece is one of those guys that can do just that. He can catch out of the backfield. He can do many things, but he does have that injury history that worries me. And you know what I mean, in this particular scenario, I would not trade for him. But if he's on the market, I definitely think that's something that you can look at. But you know, preferably like we all said, you know, I would rather go through the draft and get somebody that we can have on a rookie deal for, you know, 3 to 4 years and, you know, hope they pan out. But before we move on, I want to make sure that I tell y'all to ask y'all to like, share, subscribe to all of our channels, Reedy and Z, Ballin' and Burgundy podcast, and Juan Gotti Talking Sports. We are the Burgundy Breakdown, and every Wednesday night we're hopping on to give y'all the latest and greatest on the Commanders. So make sure y'all tap in with us. But yeah, any other want to touch any other topics you want to touch on about the Breece thing?
No, I would.
I think we pretty much said it all.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the other hottest news this week, it was about 2-3 days ago. We hired Wes Welker, former wide receiver of the New England Patriots. And then who did he have a little small stint with? I forget who it was.
In Miami.
Well, no, I'm talking about as a player.
As a player, Patriots. I know we talked about my age before coming on. I didn't even know he played for the Dolphins. That's how young I am, bro. I did not know that. I'm like, what?
I think he started out with them, right?
Yeah, it said 2004. Yeah. I was 1.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I was.
Wow.
I was 2.
But yeah, Wes Welker. You know, he came in and he's now a part of our staff. Initially, it was an undisclosed role. But now they say he's going to be a personnel analyst. He's going to be working beside Adam Peters and helping the staff as well as, you know, with the players. And I'm excited about that. You know what I mean? Just to kind of get another championship caliber type mindset, pedigree. And it's, you know, just to have these type people in the building. Another, you know what I mean, potentially would y'all say he's Hall of Fame? I know he's Patriots Hall of Fame, but you know, definitely one of those guys that he's done a lot in this league, and I think he can offer a lot to this staff and these players. He had a stint when he was in San Fran from 2019 to 2021 when they first got Debo. You know what I mean? So during one of Debo's breakout year, 2021, he was there. And he was right there alongside of him. And Debo was pretty excited to have him in the building. He went and posted that picture ASAP. Posted a picture of him and Welker in the locker room when they was in San Fran. So the players are seeming, you know, pretty high on Welker. And like I said, I'm excited about it. And it just adds to this already all-star staff. So, you know what I mean? Starting out with John, how you feeling about the overall move?
When I saw it, I was a little confused. I'm like, all right, Wes Welker coming in. Like I knew him as a player. I didn't really, you know him like that as the coach or the analyst. I was like, all right, this screams wide receiver room coach. This screams help get someone or somebody development in the system. And then when it came out saying he's going to be a personnel analyst under for personnel and coaching staff, I was like, no. He will be a personnel analyst, but he will be in that wide receiver room because him and Adam Peters have that history. And who was in San Francisco when AP was their VP and assistant GM? Old Debo Samuel, old Snatchy Chains, old Mr. Swiss Army Knife in DC. This screams get Debo some development. This also tells me they have a little bit more weight in the Luke McCaffrey pick from last year for a third round pick, like we just said a few minutes ago. Because even if Luke becomes wide receiver 5 on this roster, right? Our 5th receiver still get a rotation here and there. Luke was like wide receiver 7 on the depth chart this past year when we went to the NFC Championship game season. So this tells me, A, Debo's getting a lot more coaching, and because he's already lost a few pounds, he's putting in the work. And B, Luke is going to get more coaching from someone who, I think if I remember correctly, was in the same position he was, just not with the last name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Reedy?
I mean, I think it's a big move for Debo, a guy that's coached him before, bringing him to the building with the all-star staff that we assembled a year ago that we retained. I want to say 98% of that staff, and just adding another name, a proven winner as a player, a proven coach that's coached some names. I mean, he just was in Miami coaching Cheetah. You know, immediately when I first seen it, I was like, there was all of these rumors of, oh, we're looking to trade for Cheetah or whatever. And I was like, oh, does this mean that we might be trading for Cheetah? But then I was like, nah, this is just like, you know what I'm saying, a security blanket for Debo. And I think it helps Luke McCaffrey big time, because I think Luke McCaffrey can be what Wes Welker was if he works at it. I feel like he has a little bit better speed, but Welker underneath in a slot, oh my God, he used to kill people back in his day. I remember vividly the Patriots, like he was one of their best weapons at one point, and then Edelman took over after him. So I think that, you know, a good move to bring in, you know, big time coaches as well as big time players within the offseason. I think it just helps our wide receiver room. And I think from a, you know, just a football perspective, maybe even special teams, it kind of helps just having another set of fresh eyes, you know, giving a different opinion on players, and, you know, obviously giving help when it relates to techniques and things of that nature as well.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of Cheetah, hearing that the police responded to an assault in progress involving him today.
I've seen it. I thought that was
per Andy Slater.
Yeah, I saw that no charges were made.
Yeah, I didn't. But is that a reputable source?
I think the police. I'll relook it up, but I think they've confirmed no charges were. Oh yeah, here we go. Tom Pelissero 4 hours ago.
Okay, with personal wrote this, then I believe it.
Yep. On Monday we were so this is from a Dolphin spokesperson, Tom Pelissero, just tweeting out. On Monday, we were informed that the police were called to Tyreek. What?
Sure.
Oh yeah, my bad. Mobby.
So yeah, we're gonna bring it up on the screen real quick.
Just make this easier for y'all. Do it this way.
And chime in on the comments if y'all have any questions or you know, anything.
Monday they were
y'all like and share this out.
Yep. Monday they responded to the Tyreek Hill home, and after conversations with Tyreek and members of his family, their police were there. Case was closed without further incident. The NFL has no further comment on the matter. Tyreek could be having too many problems, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you another second if y'all want to screenshot this, read this. You know, take your time reading this. And then, all right. Yeah, Tyreek got too many problems.
Yeah, he always caught up in some.
I call him the tropical AB. Man got too many problems.
Yeah, now that situation with during the season when they slammed him and all that, I was kind of on his side about that.
That was insane.
Yeah, I was on the side about that one, but yeah, Cheetah got a lot going on.
Man got as many kids as Nick Cannon. It's insane.
Yeah, but how you feeling about the Wes Welker acquisition, Juan?
Yeah, so first of all, what the hell is a personal assistant or analyst? That just goes to show you that they
create jobs.
AP, yeah, let me go. Hey, you want in? Let me go create my guy job. But that's what the good teams do, right? Wasn't Mike Vrabel in some weird like job associated
Browns.
with. Like just making up stuff for your guy. Which, hey, look, I ain't gonna hold you. If I was ever in a position of power like that, I would definitely make up some positions for my fellas up here. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
And I know he got paid. I know he got paid at least $60,000.
You know, so that in itself was pretty like cool when it first came out. It was like unknown. I was like, okay, I thought he was gonna be something titled wide receiver something. Now obviously Bobby Ingram is still there, so he wasn't gonna be wide receivers coach, but I thought it was gonna be something directly dealing with that. But I was like, okay, he's probably gonna be here to help out the wide receivers. But after we heard more about the relationship with Deebo Samuel and how much we want to get the best out of him, they basically were saying kind of like Deebo or Wes Welker was like Deebo's like personal coach back in San Francisco, like monitoring his weight, making sure he's staying on track in terms of that, and pretty much just watching him specifically. So I was like, okay, maybe we brought him here for that. And then when Z said that he posted the picture, was elated about it, like that kind of confirms he was brought in for a big role due to Deebo Samuel specifically, and obviously the rest of the guys. Also, Wes Welker and Cliff Kingsbury played on the same college team, Texas Tech. So the connection is there as well, and I like it. I don't see, again, no negatives to this move. I think he can help out specifically with the whole entire receiving core. So I want to see guys like Luke McCaffrey take a huge leap. And no, it's not because they're both the same skin tone. Let's stop that narrative right there. It's simply because Luke McCaffrey, I think, if there was anybody that you can compare him to or say he can be like, it would probably be a slot menace like a Wes Welker, like a Julian Adams, somebody like that. So I love the move. I will say during my research, I was a little surprised to find out that he never won a Super Bowl. I definitely, because I remember Wes Welker from the Broncos, Patriots, like all of that. Like I remember that Wes Welker. First of all, I didn't know he was 43 years old. Yeah, I didn't know he was 43 years old. I thought he was way younger than that because I vividly remember seeing a lot of Wes Welker, you know what I'm saying, growing up. So I didn't know he was that old, and I did not know he did not win a Super Bowl ring. Like I was so surprised when someone corrected me in my comment section. But I love the move, man. And it's, again, another sneaky move that we continue to do, and as he alluded to, another star-studded guy, at least name-wise, added to this room. You know what I'm saying? Or staff, Anthony Lynn, Cliff Kingsbury, list goes on, man. Everybody over this jump.
Kerrigan.
Yeah.
Anybody got any always gotta come in with a joke, but anybody got any stats on Kingsbury as a quarterback? Was he legit?
I mean, he was good enough to play at Texas Tech, so I would assume.
Did he get on the field? I know in the I think they showed in the league. Was he with the Jets or somebody? He came in for a hot second.
He played one game for the Jets in 2005.
I remember they showed that clip. Yeah, that one game. He had like one throw and they got him the fuck out of there.
He played in one game. He completed one completion for 2 attempts for 17 whole yards. He was a 6th round pick though. That's insane.
Isn't it like always the guys that don't pan out in the league are always the best coaches?
Coach.
Crazy,
so like Kellen Moore, the Saints might everybody sitting on that hire. He might if they get that quarterback. Because I'm hearing, I don't know how real is it, but I'm hearing Shador might fall to 9th pick or something like that.
Shit.
You know? So
I heard that.
If Shador just happens, I don't risk it on him. But if he just happens to fall to the bottom of the first round, oh Lord, somebody will want to trade up. And I hope
hell yeah!
Yeah, I hope we can benefit from that.
If he starts falling, Pittsburgh better pick him up. They got nobody out there.
Yeah, but I don't know if they want to get another rookie.
Like, I mean, he's.
I mean, they ain't got nobody. Like you said, it's nobody, but still, like, well, they just. This is Reedy's GOAT. I just hate how teams just sit around and just wait around for fucking Aaron Rodgers. Like, why? Like, what has he done in the last few years to get this
all I'm gonna say
treatment?
Is I would take a rookie Shador Sanders over whack-a-mole Mason Rudolph. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, would you take?
I'd take Shador Sanders over Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, now Reedy about to go off on you, Juan.
I'm no, bro. I grew up, like Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, all the paying man, like that was that. But I don't have no ill will against A-Rod. I hate the fact that because those are all the GOATs that we all grew up on, and obviously specifically, that's who I seen in Green Bay. And I'm like, this ain't the same Aaron Rodgers that I kind of love. Like, who is this guy? Y'all can speak to it. Y'all can speak to it more than me because like back then, like I would just be into the games and stuff like that. I wouldn't be into like the media how we are now as a youngin'. But like, was he always this arrogant? Brett Favre, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, was he kind of that guy?
Yeah, he's been a diva. So, he's been a diva for quite a long time now. He did sit and ride the pine behind Brett Favre, so a lot of times people felt sorry for him and felt well deserved in the beginning. Then he came out and he was, he was doing that motherfucker. So he did his thing. He put up numbers, but my thing is
he never
won no championship.
He's won as many championships as Big Ben.
Yeah,
I still remember that.
Hold on, he won one. Bro. He won one.
Yeah, Ryder only got one.
The Steelers.
Right? Okay, all right, my bad.
Yeah, Ryder's only got one, and that was what 2010,
11, 9, one of them.
All right, respect.
I was so pissed about that Super Bowl because I was rooting for He said the Sanders families on
the Sanders family. I ain't saying they aren't. They kind of sort of, but
the Sanders family are the football Kardashians.
The Sanders families sells tickets and marketing.
They just hating on greatness, man.
They change programs.
They hating on greatness, man. You see my man Dion hit that pivot foot when he next to that his the ex-wife.
Dion told that scout, man, don't listen to him. F him. Y'all do what y'all were about to do. Don't listen to him. But when they're trying to get him to do the 40 to the pro days, I'm like, he got a pocket, but he right.
Dion say about Champ Bailey. He say when he introduced Champ Bailey to a scene, he was like, man, he one of the best to ever do it, and you talking to the GOAT. Like he still to this day talks his shit. That's my man. I love Deion Sanders.
I mean, my thing with Aaron Rodgers is like Cam Hayward's already fit. Oh, go ahead. You about to say?
No, I'm not to cut you off. Y'all done? I'm waiting.
Go ahead. We
was speaking on Deion. I don't think Deion is the greatest cornerback of all time. He's up there. He's arguably top 3, top 4.
Don't say no Charles Woodson.
No, I'm not saying Charles Woodson, but did y'all see what was it Asante
Samuel?
Did you see what he said about that?
Yeah, he wrong.
Do we have the clip? Because I would like to play it.
No, I don't.
And he ain't wrong about what he said.
I ain't see.
I went back and looked it up. He ain't wrong.
Well, paraphrase it.
Paraphrase it, John.
I'm gonna pull it up real quick so I don't paraphrase it.
Yeah, I want to be totally accurate.
Deion is the GOAT.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we're talking about,
he had all of us want to be cornerbacks. We all
okay. Deion in a. You got to see the clip for context.
I was a lineman wearing my chin strap down. Fuck out of here. Deion changed the game.
He also was a lineman wearing a Deion jersey when he was the Skins.
I had the wristband. Remember Coach Darius? Some of you fucking linemen keep trying to look pretty. Right. That was because of Deion.
Keep jumping on sides and shit. You the reason why we lost the championship.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on, where is this?
Keep fixing this shit.
Be honest,
you keep doing this the whole game and shit. Like, nigga, like what's wrong with your fucking shoulder pads,
my
bro?
Shoulder pad. I don't know if my shoulder pads is too small or something. So you know how like the day these kids, they got their parents buying them all this equipment and shit. They had all donated shit.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. This is what we need. I'm gonna do the same present because I don't feel like screenshotting nothing. So we just gonna share the screen for y'all. I had to do some internet searching.
You got it.
I had to do some internet searching for this. So Dion was talking about the T-step. Let's see if this video plays. If not, it's all good. Just let me know if there's any sound to this.
Should play.
Almost automatic on punt returns.
Talk about not the championship. Dang, Z, you the reason we don't got no ring, man. You jumped off sides.
Nah, he ain't
Actually, hey, championship. I actually had at one trade 7 yards. That's 7 yak yards.
Yeah.
I picked up a offensive fumble.
John,
Try to hit the sideline.
Yeah, that's a clip. So then Sonic came in saying, once again, he called Dion, don't listen to this foolishness. Of course, he never learned how to T-step. His athletic ability was on another for his time. T-step is the best technique to get the football, not running out of the break. This is comedy.
So basically, I'm gonna sum it up. He basically like pulled Dion's card and said, like, if we're looking at statistics and stats and this, that, and the third, and Asante Samuel won a Super Bowl and all of this, that, and the third, like, he has better stats than him. Dion, I think, gets his as a cornerback. We're not talking about a return guy and all of that, because all of that is factored into his greatness, him as a return guy and all of that. And his stats is better than Dion's.
Stats? It was a shutdown corner. They wasn't throwing the ball his way.
I mean, he makes a good. I'm not saying that it's true. Don't come at me like I'm agreeing. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying out loud at the topic. Like, you can't judge a cornerback off of stats. I mean, when they throw him the ball, yeah, you mean the breakups and
he mentioned all of that too. Like, as far as
I mean,
the lockdown ability and
led the team in interceptions
and all of that. I'm gonna get the clip. We're gonna clip it when we clip it up on and post it on Instagram. Y'all can see it there.
Wait, so who's the greatest corner of all time? Out of those two, you still taking Dion, but you basically saying it ain't as far as off as they try and make it seem. I
don't think it like Dion just dominated everybody. There's some old school corners that just was like that I seen, and the names are escaping me at the moment because I'm on the spot. But there were some older, like I don't know if y'all remember ESPN Classic when they used to go back. I used to watch shit like that. Like when they used to show like the older guys and this, that, the third, they used to be locking shit down, smacking shit. Like, I'm not saying Prime he's up there. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know if he might be considered the best. Darrelle Revis was a fucking Revis Island. Like, I don't know. You got Chet Bailey. You got so many corners. You got Darryl Green. You got all of them. Like, are we literally going to say Dion is
I'm asking this. I'm going to see this. Would you put Asante Samuel on your cornerback Mount Rushmore?
Hell no.
No.
I wouldn't. But I'm just saying, the man said, I didn't realize that. So it gave me a different perspective to look at it. Like,
give you shit, Reedy. But a topic to talk about right now. You know, Deion Sanders is the greatest cornerback of all time. It ain't got nothing to do with him punt return, kick return. It ain't got nothing to do with him wide receiver. All that shit was minute to what he did as a cornerback. He shut shit down, top receivers. He caught picks. At 37 years old, he was in Baltimore, and he was hooping. Stop it.
He was hooping in Baltimore. What? Hooping in Baltimore?
Hooping. He was old as shit hooping. He wasn't even getting burnt.
Z Cappaport. Get the fuck out of here. He was not hooping.
Hold on, pull this.
Stop playing with
the real Revis. What about Richard Sherman? Richard Sherman or Asante Samuel?
I take Sherman over.
I take Sherman.
I take Sherman over Samuel.
Will you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree? That's the result you're gonna get. I ain't never seen Asante Samuel have a moment. I'm just playing.
Now, I'm not saying, like, don't get it fucked up. I'm not saying that Prime isn't up there, but I'm saying I don't know if he's the number one corner.
All right, so off the top of your head, if you could think, who's your number one corner of all time? Night Train Lane. That's what you.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I gotta really I gotta look at some highlights
because it ain't nobody other than Dion. That's
right,
you blazing, bro. You
Charles Weston, Chad Bailey,
blazing like shit.
Goat.
All right.
Goat.
All right. I'm gonna say, you know who my number one corner is?
Benjamin Saint Groupie.
Jason Sehorn.
Fuck out of here. Saint Groupie look like.
My number one corner of all time. My number one corner of all time, David Amerson, bro. Shit, I thought he was gonna be like that. Ain't gonna lie.
Brilliant.
That was one of Z men.
Amerson was my man.
One of his men.
Hey, all of them.
I thought Reed Dowdy safety was gonna be like that, man. All that.
No.
Carlos Rogers.
Carlos bum ass Rogers. That's what we call him. Carlos bum ass Rogers.
High hands. But yeah, so next topic. I don't know what really tripping off. They had a local.
I'm just saying what the man said. He said what he said.
But you doubling down on it somehow. He gave me another perspective, and
I am a member of the media. I'm just giving you the facts.
What facts?
That's what the man said.
That's what he said. I don't mean it's facts.
Well, that's what he said. The statistics align with what the man said. The statistics. That's what we going off of, right?
Miss me.
All right. Okay.
Look, Abe said Troy Apke, man.
Yeah, that was
Will Blackman though.
I was reading, man.
Will Blackman was like that too, though. Y'all don't forget Will Blackman.
When we got Apke, and I was saying he had that speed. I thought we was on our way with Apke. Apke was some shit.
It was always Jasmine in training camp though. Like he was doing good.
I thought he was gonna be the one.
I remember Carlos Rogers dropping down that interception against Seattle in the playoffs, bro. He just could have walked it in his own. That shit broke my heart. Broke my fucking heart.
I thought Quentin Dunbar was gonna be the next
Unlocks.
He started feeling himself, bro.
That was my man.
He started feeling himself, bro.
And then he got locked up off the field.
Yeah, the gun charge, right?
Said D'Angelo Hall before he met D-Hop.
Oh,
D'Angelo Hall is one of my guys. One of my guys.
Mel Blount used to be smacking shit. I mean, that cornerback. So I don't know. It's a lot of good corners that used to be like shit. Ronnie Lott was a corner at one point. He was a safety mostly though. But you got Revis, you got Charles Woodson, you got Darryl Green, Champ Bailey.
Prime better than all of them.
Patrick Peterson.
You take a Nnamdi Asomugha or Asante Samuel?
Asante
Samuel. Nnamdi had 2 years.
Didn't he go to the Raiders?
He started out with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Then he went to the Eagles and was bummy.
You look up greatest cornerbacks of all time, Josh Norman up this jump. So
pre-Washington.
That's what I'm saying, Hermit Rob. You can only make plays and you can only get picks and deflections if they throw the ball your way, and they was not throwing the ball Deion way.
Let's not get it fucked up because I didn't see Deion get his ass embarrassed a lot of fucking times. Yeah, as great as he was, and I'm not taking it away from him. He might be the greatest corner.
All cornerbacks.
Now you talking that shit. Pick a side, Z.
All cornerbacks
they weren't going to a side. Now you talking about all corners getting burnt. Pick a side, Z.
We knew they threw to a side twice a game.
Really go at Z though.
We knew they threw to a side twice a game. Come on.
So at this rate. Patrick Surtain on his way to being the greatest corner of all time. They don't throw to him.
Yeah.
At this rate.
Could be. I was about to say Pat Surtain.
If we not all right, so if we going off the no stat, like point, because cornerbacks quote unquote can't create stats if they don't throw on the ball. It's a lot of corners you gotta put up there over Deion or over Asante Samuel at that point, because it's a lot of corners that don't get brought up because no stats are shown, but they was locked down. If you want to go like that kind of that way about it. A lot of corners in today's game.
Marty was nice too. I forgot about him.
Murray. Out there, Dominique Rogers.
I feel like Patrick Peterson is my Deion Sanders, because like I will always see Pat Pete being hyped up as one of the best corners in the game, but my most memorable moments is him as a punt returner. That just might be me being young, but I don't know. Like, he would always be like a 90 plus and mad and always top 5 corner in the league. But my memories of him is returning punts. Not like
I have no memories of Pat P as a punt returner. Golly.
That's the only memories I got.
I got memories of him in Arizona being burned.
Pat P used to be locking shit down.
He used to be.
Facts.
Oh, Al Harris. Oh, give him DC pulling out names.
Yeah, Josh Norman before he went to Washington.
Before he went to Washington, he was
that first year here. He
wasn't like. I mean, yeah, the first year here he was making plays. Like Josh Norman wasn't. He not even in Sherman conversation.
No, yeah. That's that
So,
5 years, 75
bro.
million, man. I
Mm.
still.
So
I
who's the
still
greatest
remember
safety of all time? Free safety.
Yeah,
You
I
gonna
ain't
say
gonna lie,
Shanti,
I'd rather talk about this
Ed
than that.
Reed.
Ed
Yeah.
Reed
Ed Reed.
over Ronnie Lott?
Ed Reed.
And why?
Range.
Are we talking about center field safety, or are we talking about
Middle of the field
Overall
safety. Range. Going to get them picks. Making plays.
Did you
So
look at
Troy-
Ronnie
so
Lott
Ed-
highlight tape?
Ronnie
So you
Lott.
take a
Ronnie Lott used to
Ed
be
Reed over
knocking
Troy
shit
Polamalu?
out. What you talking about?
You said Ed Reed over who?
Troy Polamalu?
Ed Reed.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had to go Ed Reed too. Troy Polamalu is close, but Ed Reed did more. But Ed Reed, I feel like his ability, like everything that he did, like the punt returns and all that other stuff, is kind of like his greatness and stuff like that. We talking about pure come up, smack your ass, come up, make interceptions, make plays, like Ronnie Lott was that guy, bro.
So not scans bias, just all honesty. If Sean Taylor was able to play out his career, this wouldn't even be a conversation.
If Sean Taylor would able to play out his play out his career, he would have been close to
He was on his way.
It would still be a competition. It wouldn't be a clear cut Sean Taylor, because a lot of people say Ed Reed was able to get that shine because of what happened to Sean Taylor, and they also say he's what
he already had the shine. He already had the shine though.
All them came from the U. They was that team. Oh my God, them teams that they had them couple years was like that. They had everybody. People forget. Before Jeremy Shockey got hurt, he should have been like one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Jeremy Shockey was like that.
Dude, that Miami defense was putting up more points than the offense.
He tore his ACL, all his meniscus, all of that in the national championship game that year. Man, they had dogs upon dogs. Ray Lewis, all of them was on that team. Was on the Miami teams. Miami really, like if I don't know, like they say, like Alabama been producing all of these, but Miami, they used to produce them. Like it was like a
feeder.
Willis McGahee, Andre Johnson, Antrell Rowe. Dang, I heard Antrell
Rowe. Man, he wore number 6. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't forget about Brian Dawkins. Brian Dawkins was a dog.
Oh,
was a dog.
Warren Sapp.
Dude, that's right there. Damn.
Dude, Warren Sapp was the freshman on the team when The Rock got kicked off that Miami team. He was the kid behind The Rock.
Yeah,
at D tackle.
Yeah.
Frank Gore.
All right, question for y'all then. Before we get on to our local pro day, guys, what all-time team was better? That 2000s Miami team we're currently talking about, or 2019 national championship LSU?
I feel like, I know there's no disrespect to LSU. I feel like that was just
all. I gotta go with that Miami team.
I feel
like Miami overall, both sides of the ball was really good. Offensively, that LSU team was just on a different. Jamal Chase, Justin Jefferson, Joe Burrow, like that was just crazy.
Clyde Edwards, Thaddeus Moss.
I mean, defensively, who they had that year? Just Patrick Queen that I can remember.
No, they had Queen. They had
Greedy Williams.
No, Greedy Williams. They had what was the Stingley, Derek Stingley Jr. They had
Derek Stingley on that team.
Derek Stingley was on that team.
That must have been a young Derek Stingley then.
It was young. No, there was a corner. AJ Terrell. They had AJ Terrell. No. Scratch. No.
It was
no. Terrell was Clemson.
And then it was
Hold on.
It was
who you say was on that Coca-Cola? Kid from DC, who you talking to? Who you talking about? Who was on that Coca?
He said the U, Miami.
The U. Oh yeah, they was. Yeah, they definitely was on that. They was like that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all said the 30 for 30 on that on them. It was like that, bro.
Yeah, they was wild. But what about the greatest? While we still on college, the greatest college football player ever. Reggie Bush.
I hate you.
Reggie Bush.
Tavon Austin.
No,
that's the great. That's the greatest highlight tape of all time.
That is when you say highlight tape, tape on gotta be the one.
I don't know. I'm biased. I feel like the greatest college running back for me was either Ron Dane or Ricky Williams. But they
Ricky Williams.
Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush was he was
that play when he ran up the sideline and stopped on a dime.
He was
and cut that motherfucker back was some of the craziest football I've seen in my life.
Oh, Percy Harvin up there, Ronnie. Percy Harvin is up there. My Florida Gators.
Ooh. Yeah, but I'm gonna say Ricky Williams. Them Texas man, he used to run that rock, bro.
Yeah, I'm just mad that USC ended up not winning it. Vince Young ended up beating them.
Yeah,
that was a hell of a game. Vince Young, man, he ran for that at the end. That was I remember I sat and watched that game.
Them Florida Gators teams, like when Tebow was on the team, Aaron Hernandez, they was fucking good. Percy Hall, all them, they was fucking good.
Come on now.
Up here on
the Auburn team.
That's what it's saying.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, Cadillac Williams.
It was good, but they wasn't. I don't think they was as good as
Cam and Cadillac Williams. Yeah,
I say Barry Sanders. Oh, yeah.
Barry
went to, what school Barry went to? Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders, Oklahoma State. Yeah, he was battling with who was the other? It was somebody else. Oh no, your man, your boy. We was talking about him last week. OC. Your boy went to Colorado.
The enemy.
Yeah, Bieniemy. Bieniemy was nice at running back in college.
It's crazy that he was actually in college, like he was playing during a time when we was watching sports. I'm like, damn, he was that, and he was with the Eagles. He was in the NFL at the time when we was kind of really involved. I'm like, I thought he was older than that. They showed like a highlight.
Getting up there in age.
I mean, yeah, but it just. I remember they was showing like a highlight. And he was playing with the Eagles in one of them games that was on NFL Network. I'm like, Bieniemy, like doing them Emmitt Smith days. Like, wow. But yeah, Vince Young was a dog. But yeah, Juan. So not Juan. John, do you have any insight on the local guys? They had the Washington local pro day. They had a lot of names out there. Had a few guys from Maryland. I saw a guy on the list from Howard.
A few West Virginia, a few ODU guy or an ODU guy from right down here in Norfolk.
He from Upper Marlboro. What you know about him from Old Dominion?
Shit, not a whole lot this year. We weren't good this year. I'm gonna be completely honest.
I need Taylor Heineke back, man.
We need Jason Henderson back on the field. He got hurt, and this team went all right next year.
Larry Pinkard, I need him back.
We need everything back. Shit. No, there are a few names on this list that a lot of people, whether it's here on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, have been hitting, especially me, up saying, "Why don't you got him on your boards? Why ain't y'all gonna take him in the draft?" It's the two receivers, Ty Felon and Caden Prather. Both out of Maryland.
The fellas. I was agreeing. The fellas, bro. Caden Prather, not to cut you off, but I watched enough Maryland. So Caden Prather, he was on the board before Ty Felon. But Ty Felon went crazy this year. And what's impressive about that is they did that with no quarterback. Like Tua, brother, it was so hard to watch Tua, brother, man, for year in, year out, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, no hate to Coach Loxley, bro, but it's time to move on, bro. Like that him, then Tua, brother, he just was. It was tough. And then this past year, the young fella, like he put up 1,100 yards with no good quarterback, in my opinion, on a consistent basis, on some Terry McLaurin with Gerd Gilbert, etc. type ish. So Ty Felon definitely would be really solid. I think both of those guys may end up going undrafted, so they may have a good shot at him. But before Ty Felon, it was Cam Prather. I ain't gonna lie, he should have been came out, but he had a nasty injury a couple years ago. So it wouldn't surprise me if we found out to get one of those guys at the end of the draft. Like a Jared Patterson. Remember we got Jared Patterson was my guy. He was tough. He should have made the roster. I don't care. But, I digress.
Patterson and Rodriguez about the same.
Give me J Pat all day, bro. It's just because he 5'9", so y'all sleep on him, bro. He like that.
Yeah. Is that Jordan Phillips at D tackle?
Yes,
I feel like I heard of him before.
Yep, out of Maryland once again.
Yeah.
That's another guy. One or two big names on this board that I tweeted about and Josh tweeted about. D end out of Tulane, Aiden Huntington. It's spelled with Adin. Who's spelling Aiden like that? Unless I'm pronouncing it wrong, which if you look at me, I could be doing that all the time.
How you spell it? Adin?
Adin.
Yeah, nah, that's literally that's not a that's literally how you say it though. That's not how you spell it, but that's how you say it.
What it's not doing is adding up to how you spell it.
Adding.
That might be his name. Adding. He might be on to something.
Aiden. That's probably Aiden.
Aiden Huntington from Stafford, Virginia.
That's why you say it spelled out A. I'm gonna get some in trouble. I'm gonna get some in trouble doing that. No, this out of Tulane, 6'1". I did do a little bit of insight on him. Reading a few articles, doing some scouting reports. 6'1", 270, 4 sacks this past season, 15.5 career sacks. He is one of those guys who's going to be in a very specific role. He is that interior pass rush kind of guy. Not quite a D end, not quite a D tackle, just someone you put on the interior and you say, go get the quarterback. People have said most athletic player on Tulane's defensive line. He's got the athleticism for his range. He's got the explosiveness out of his stand with speed. He can expose gaps or running lanes to bounce off of them. He's got the versatility. He's got the chance to chase down rushers. He's active. He's got nimble footwork. It's just his size. Once a O lineman's got him, he doesn't have the moveset or the power to go off of him. And he just doesn't attack the chest regularly, meaning getting the inside of the offensive lineman. But I had to read another article out of Click2 Houston. Shout out to them. So 6'1", 281. Aiden, how do you say his name? Ran a 4.64 40 at his pro day with a 38-inch vert and 30 bench reps. So this dude's got speed for a supposed defensive lineman. Projected day 3 guy. I don't want to say obviously, but a smaller school. You're not putting up, not career stats. You're going to fall down a few boards. He might be a UDFA, unfortunately, but that's just how this draft goes. And you've got 400 plus guys drafting, only 250, 550 or 250 something picks. You're gonna end up as a UDFA or come camping time, you're gonna be a camp body. And the other one that me and Josh were talking about on Twitter with some other fellas, Kevin Winston Jr., safety out of Penn State. If you have not seen his tape, don't watch this past season's. He only played 2 games when he went down with an injury. So he only played 2 games. His 2023, spectacular. 13 games, 0 missed tackles. I got to pull the rest of his tape and the rest of his stats. But I remember looking into this guy when big boards weren't really out and stats weren't out for this season. And I was like, man, this dude's going to be insane. And then he got injured, which was upsetting. But if you need kind of that slot nickel safety, he's gonna be your guy. He can tackle. He's your run specialty safety. He can play in coverage. He's not great at zone. But if you need a run support safety, as they like to put him in Madden, specialty run support. Kevin Winston is your guy. He's gonna need a little time to rehab his injury and whatnot. But you let him sit behind a few guys. Josh had him as our Jeremy Chin replacement. What do you think about the receiver? Oh, Xavier Restrepo out of the U.
What's his projection?
He'll be a day 2 guy, 2nd or 3rd round for sure. It's what really killed him. PFF has him down as 74th ranked. What really killed him was his pro day. He just did not have a really good pro day for whatever reason. If we wanted a slot wide receiver with a strong skill set where you want separation, you want hands, he's the guy to do it. 5'11 or 5'10, 5'11, 198, put up 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns, only 2 drops on the year from Cameron Ward. But his pro day, he said it was because he had a hamstring issue at his pro day. That's why he didn't do too hot. But he just did not. I want his pro day. Damn it. His pro day wasn't all that hot. His 40 time was a 4.83, which was the slowest for receivers, and I think one of the slowest in this whole draft class when it comes to skills positions. He said it was because of his hamstring and a tight hamstring. It tightened up on him, prohibited him from running fast. He usually hits 4.53 and whatnot. I'm just like, you're gonna fall down some boards, my guy. Sorry about it.
Yeah. So I know one of the topics we discussed as well is there anybody out there that's still on the free agent list that you would like to see us still take a look at? For me, I would say Justin Simmons. Still baffles me that he's still on the market. But it wasn't this late last year. What? No, he did get signed right before camp. You're right. Yeah, it was right before camp.
Really late.
But they said, he was on record saying that, he would like to come here. Remember he said that on one of them interviews. And I think he should be worth a look. Anybody on y'all list that y'all think? You muted. Well, we can't hear you.
Outside of the 2 receivers, Kevin Winston is the only one that piqued my interest. But if y'all ever get some time, go look up Caden Proctor.
We're talking about free agents, possible free agents.
I'm burnt, bro. My fault. I ain't hear you.
Are you good?
I said Justin Simmons would be the one that I would still want to look at.
I mean, for us, yeah, fellas, we would want Justin Simmons, but they ain't moving like that. Like Nick Chubb, that'd be cool, but like we ain't on that type of timing, bro. We gonna go ahead and sign Raheem Mostert or something like that.
He's already signed. He's a Vegas Raider.
No, I'm just saying. I know. I was just using that as a reference of you good. The quality kind of guy, like name wise, name wise, we're not gonna go after the guys that we assume, at this point of free agency, that is anyway. But forgive me for being misinformed at the moment, but I kind of took my eyes off of free agency because I turned to the draft because I didn't expect or think we would do anything else noteworthy. So I don't even know who's still remaining in terms of the other positions besides like Keenan Allen, and that's probably like the only guy I would go after. But that's a big name, and I don't really see us with bringing in Michael Gallup, who gonna have a huge year. I don't see us doing nothing else. Noah Brown too. Go ahead and say facts, Reedy.
He said nah.
There we go.
I like this interview on that he just did with Brian Coble Jr. on I forget one of their programs. I thought he said some good things in there.
Oh no, it's not the Command Center. I forgot. Next Man Up podcast. That's what it is. Yeah, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. They gonna combine for $1,500, and y'all gonna love them at the end of the year. But nobody.
Nah. I think the only guy left in free agency I would kick the tires and kind of see, what he would do is probably Asante Samuel Jr. corner. I know we just talked about his daddy, but I mean he's 25. He's still got a lot of years left in this league. What's the worst case? You bring him in for a tryout, he don't pan out, or you come in for a tryout, he does well. He becomes your corner 4 behind Mikey Samuelstill and Jonathan Jones. It's not the worst guy to add to your roster.
Per my Chargers source, he is no good. Nada.
Is he?
He just trash. Like he on some business St. Jude time.
Oh man, that's all you had to say. Never mind. That's all you had to say.
I said no eye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're if we do bring in a a cornerback, it's going to be via the draft. They're not going to.
Yeah.
They're not going to kick that tire in free agency.
Nope.
Jonathan Jones is sneaky too, though, y'all. I be
saw
watching
that.
his tape every day. I be watching his tape, bro. He 5'10", 5'9", but bro, he ain't scared to.
But it's like it's like with him, it's like you think he's beat, but then his hands is just hand placement, everything, knocking the ball out. He's like a pesky type corner. Like he may not be the biggest or the fastest, but he's just always
wash it out.
find a way
he's always
on the football, or make a play. He's also a good tackler.
And he had the most turnovers on their team too, and he brings that turnover mentality in terms of punching out the football. That's what separated us from the Eagles. What the Eagles, Reed Blankenship, Cooper Jr., what they do anytime they got around the ball? Give me the ball. I don't care about the tackle. That's what Jonathan Jones brings, bro. So
what do y'all think about Jack Jones then? Because the Raiders just released him, and he's another corner. Just question. I don't got much on him either.
Yeah, me neither.
I got nothing on him. What is he right now? 27 years old. Come on. Wait.
They need to bring back my man Monte Nicholson.
Yeah.
that man in the XFL.
Nah, the UFL lit, bro. I swear. We like that too. Well, I don't know if y'all. I'm assuming y'all would root for DC Defenders, but they games be T.
I mean, that's how they was last year, and then they get to the
end.
And
is Swearens still with them?
I don't think so.
I
know Reggie Barlow, the head coach, left a week before the season started, and Greg Williams, who we all know and love, former Commanders, Redskin defensive coordinator.
They promoted somebody else as the interim.
Yeah, Greg Williams is the defensive coordinator, but he just left too today. So.
Oh, he left today?
Yeah, and to join Reggie Barlow in Texas with Texas State University. I don't know. UFL lit, bro. That's better than no football, bro.
It's good football. Yeah.
It's better than baseball for me.
Man, I see y'all, man. Road Warrior and Home Team King. They out there at the games.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to go to one, but them tickets like $12.
They cheap.
Shit, might as well.
Might as well. $12 ticket, you'll pay double that for beer at Northwest.
I want to go. I want to see how they do that beer snake. They showed a video when the security was hating. I was like, man, let them be great to try and take the cups and all that. Well, I hate.
Okay, that's on my way.
We do got the best atmosphere out of the whole league. Like stadium wise, it get loud, and then we got like a true fan base. That's one thing we always said though about DC sports. Is like people be like, where their fans at? We here. It's just they gotta give us a reason to come out, bro. But yeah, that in baseball, man.
Yeah, man, that's just trash.
I mean, after the draft, I mean, I'm kind of in my well, I'm not trying to look at nothing. I'm not trying to read nothing, hear nothing. I don't even listen to Sports Talk Radio no more. I'm just regular because I'm want for the draft to get here so fast, and I feel like if I consume it, it's gonna slow down.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
I be trying to listen to Sports Talk Radio, but it's just too many different topics now. Just I
don't know. Draft season don't hit the same no more now that we good. I don't know. I'm weird. Like when you like that number 2 pick, it's like you know who you gonna get, but it's still like, man, we about to pick so early.
Yeah.
Now we about to wait 2.5, 3 hours, and we might still trade back. Like that.
And that's what we was talking about today. We was talking about like we was gonna go to the draft party, but I'm like, I'm gonna be blown if they trade out.
Yeah,
we at the draft party.
You at the draft party get eating and drinking and day one, and then you trade back. Shit, you're like, damn, I just waited the whole day and we didn't pick.
Yeah, because we 29, so it ain't like we trading back from like 15 to 22. We still gonna pick today? Nah, you trade from 29. No. you gotta go tomorrow. Wait, what that Joe at though? I might pop out.
For the draft, it's down. They got one on the Saturday down in National Harbor.
Oh yeah, I know about that one. I always go to that one, but I kind of want to go to a day one. One where it's actually gonna matter. Not saying the late round picks don't matter, but I always go to the Harbor, Joe. It's cool, but it ain't. I want to try something new, like
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't do that though for the fans. They should have like a day one at like No Fuss Stadium. Like let us watch it on the big screen. You know, I don't know. That's one thing about the last regime I like though. They always had the open practice and we go and all that. And they had the draft party one night too. And I think a YouTube channel got to interview Jonathan Allen and stuff like that. So,
I mean, we're going live for it. We go live every year for it. I just got to pay for StreamYard because it's expensive.
Yeah, I used to go live for it every year, but then I stopped.
When it's on sale, John.
I saw that. I'm gonna have to look into it.
Nah, StreamYard is expensive, bro. Back in the day, but a couple years ago, bro, it used to be like $19, bro.
Bro, last year it was 19 for a month. I can afford that.
Things. But Black Friday, they always got a sale. Black Friday, when you catch it, you can get it probably half off.
It's gonna go back to its original price monthly, though, right? Well, that's your price forever. You paying monthly.
Well, no, it's gonna go back the following year when it's time to re-up, but you just try to catch it.
Oh yeah, okay, y'all do years.
Sweet spot. So like. We had left StreamYard because it was just I thought Riverside was better. So then we went over to Riverside and then got to Riverside, and it was like some of the functions that we was used to having on the StreamYard. I was like, damn, I wish we had that. Then I looked one day and it was on sale and it was like Black Friday, and I was like, bet. So then we got StreamYard and we got Riverside. So it was like you just got to catch it in that sweet spot where you can re-up when it's another sale. So if you catch it at Black Friday, probably, or after Black Friday, what is still having that sale, you probably can get it the next year for a discount too.
Yeah,
they was running a sale like a month ago, and you could upgrade to the top tier, whatever the top tier platform was.
For like 1 week free trial.
You only had to pay like $150 or something like that. But it was just like
then they try to hack you in December.
Yeah,
for like $800. Like
sure. Yeah. So that's my thing, is just like catch that shit
when you can.
Yeah, when you can. Yeah, some of that YouTube revenue, put that up towards it. Write that shit off on your tax return. LLC your podcast too. That's a gem. Make it a business.
It's also true. I'm looking for the revenue because we ain't got none right now. I'm trying to look for it. It ain't here.
Yeah, you getting close.
We get slowly but surely.
It damn sure ain't there for reading Eastside. We was doing numbers in the season. This off season a little dry.
It took a little dip.
Yeah, even if we do, I mean, we kind of like tailor back our being online and stuff like that. I mean, that may be a reason, but also it's just I don't think people are like really in it like that, like they were like during the season.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if we don't have anything else, make sure again, y'all like, share, subscribe, share this out with any Commander fan, any football fan. I'm sure everybody looking for something to talk about in the sport right now. So make sure you stay tapped in with us with Reedy and Z, Ballin' and Burgundy podcast, and Juan Gotti talking sports. And we are the Burgundy Breakdown, and we're going to make sure we tap in weekly to keep y'all updated of what's going on. But if the fellas don't have nothing to say, we're going to sign on out. He's
Reedy.
And I'm Z.
I'm John.
And he's
Juan.
And we are the Burgundy Breakdown.